Vandeham Sri Guru.
The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th Canto, 5th Chapter, text number 29, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on the 16th of November, 1976, in Vrindaban, India.
Translation. After accepting the feature of avadhuta, a great saintly person without material cares, Lord Rsabhadeva passed through human society like a blind, deaf and dumb man, an idle stone, a ghost or a madman. Although people called him such names, he remained silent and did not speak to anyone.
Jarandhumuka Bhathira Pisacha Udamadavat avadhuta vesha avivāsamānopi janānaṁ grihita mauna brata tusning bhavuva. So, Rsabhadeva, after giving charge of the government to Bharat Maharaj, he Param Bhagavat, that we have explained yesterday, that the king should be Param Bhagavat, not a debauch. That was the system in Vedic age, the ideal king, ideal person. If one person is educated sufficiently, he can, being the executive head of the state, he can take care of the whole population, because his order is supreme. That was the duty of the king, to see that things are going on nicely in order. The order is that everyone should be educated to the final goal of understanding Krishna. That is education. Vedaista sarvai ahameva vedyam. This is education. Veda means knowledge. So there may be different types of sources of knowledge, but the means are justified by the end. What is the end of life? The end of life is to understand Krishna. If you don't like to say Krishna, God, that is the end of life. But these rascals, they do not know. Nati vidu Sarthagatim ki Vishnu. The general population, they do not know, because they are not educated in that way. At the present moment, Kali Yuga, they are educating people, atheism, no God, God is dead. In Europe, America, when I went there, the education was God is dead. Here also, so many rascals, they have appeared as God. They are also saying, now Krishna was God, but he is now dead. I am now God. They are saying publicly. And they are being accepted. So this is going on. Therefore, Krishna has defined these rascals as rascals, mudha. Namanga duskritanam mudha prabodhante narada. Anyone who is not Krishna conscious or does not surrender to Krishna, you can blindly classify him in 4 groups. Duskritina, means most sinful, mula, rascals, naradhama, lowest of the mankind. No, he is MA, PhD, Maya, Puritaggyana. What is the fault? Because he does not accept Krishna. Finished. So, we are also like other fools and rascals, but we accept this Krishna's word as final. That's all. Krishna says that these are those who have not surrendered to Krishna. They are 4 classes. Means most sinful and rascal, lowest of the mankind. And although he has got university degrees, his knowledge is taken away by Maya. Asuri bhava. This is Asuri bhava. And there are 2 classes of men, the Asura and the Deva. The Deva means who accepts the authority of the Supreme Personality of God. He is Deva, Devata. Vishnu Bhakta Bhavet Deva, Asurastad Viparjaya. In those who are devotees of other demigods, they are also Asuras. What to speak of atheist? Even just like Rava, he was a great devotee of Lord Shiva. Everyone knows. But he was called a Rakshasa. Rakshasa and Asura is the same thing. Hiranyakashipu was a great devotee of Lord Brahma. He is also called Rakshasa. So, one may be very educated, very good scholar in Vedic knowledge, but if he does not accept Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu and Krishna the same, Vishnu Tattva. Vishnu Tattva means the category of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, Durasaya Hirathamanina, out of false hopes, they are trying to become successful. That is not possible. Durasaya. Such kind of hope is useless. Hope. It will never. Mogasa moga karma. Leaving aside Vishnu, and simply they are trying to become a very highly learned, moha jnana cetasa. So, their moha means their hopes will never be successful. They may go on. So this unsuccessful life, mrityu samsara vakmani, life after life, when one actually comes on the platform of knowledge, Bhaunam Janmanavanti, Jnanavan Mangapuruja. That is the sign that here is a Jnanavan. Because he has surrendered to Krishna, he has accepted Krishna, Vasudeva, Vasudeva Sarvameti, Samanatma. He is Mahatma. Mahatma does not mean that to dress like me or having a big beard and no. Vasudeva Sarva, one who has accepted Krishna as the supreme Parabrahma, Paramadhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhava. He is Mahatma. Mahatmanastamang prartha. Gai prakriti mahasita, bhajanti anandamani. He is Mahatma. Not Mahatma by stamping or by changing the dress. No. Mahatma means who is surrender to the Mahatpadam, Punna Jaso Murari. Murari, Krishna's name is Mahatpadam. He is Mahat. So in this way, here is Rsabhadeva, he is teaching us now how we should select. Now it is the time for democracy. So Lord Rsabhadeva is teaching us how we shall select the president or the king, Bharat Maharaj, the ideal king, Param Bhagavatam, and Vairagya Lakshanam, Paramhansa Dharma, and Bhagavad Janaparaya. These are. So, democracy, sometimes I say to my American students that your country is opulent in every respect. Janma Sajjasuta Sri, 4 kinds of opulences. Now, everyone is trying for money. Because if you get money, then, although you are born in the lowest family, Chamadhangi, if you have got money, you will be respected. Everything. Now, there is no question of caste because everyone is lost. Kalau Sudra Sambhava. So you cannot find out who is Brahmin, who is Kshatriya, who is Vaishya, who is Sudra. Everyone is the same. Now they are trying for classless society. Classless society means Sudra. So, how Sudra can be equal to the Brahmana, Kshatriya? But if you earn money, then you are more than Brahmana. You are more than a sannyasi. This is Kali. So therefore people are after money only. So we are being educated in that way, foolish education, and we shall select. When we come to the election, we select a person like me, that has been described in the Srimad Bhagavatam, that Sabir Varahausta Kharai Samasthuta Purusa Posu. This election, we are selecting another person. He is also like me. I am a Posu. How can I select a person who is not Posu? Therefore, if you want good government, then this is democratic age, then you must be good. You must know who is good. Then you can elect. Here is good man. Otherwise, Sabidevaraos Takkarai Samastuta Purusam. Srila Jiva Goswami has said that these so-called leaders, they are big Posu. I am Posu, and he is a big Posu. What can I select? I can find out Bharat Maharaj, Param Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Jana Priya, Bhagavad Jana Parayanam. Nobody likes Bhagavad Jana. These people are always speaking of God. It is brainwash. This is modern. It is brainwash. In Europe and America, they are now combining to oppose this Hare Krishna movement, that we are brainwashed, controlling the mind by hypnotism. That is the charge against us. We are placed in the court also, in many cases. What is this nonsense? Bhagavad Jana Parayan, Bhagavan, Krishna. This is simply sophist, they say. Even a big scholar says, when Krishna says, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Saranam, a big scholar, he has remarked, this is sophist. So this is the age. So, everyone is trying to be happy, that happiness is not possible. That peace is not possible unless you have got a leader or king like Bharat Maharaj, after whose name this planet is called Bharatvarsh, this Bharat Maharaj. So, we have to find out such leader. Then everything will be adjusted. It is now we are speaking of secular state. Secular state does not mean people will become godless. No. Secular state means that no religious preference. Because you are Hindu, therefore we shall give you more preference than the Mohammedan. No. Secular state means that the state should see that everyone is strictly following his religious principles. That is secular state. If you are Hindu or Varnashrami, then you must follow the principles of how one is a Brahman, how one is a Kshatriya. Hinduism, this is a foreign word. Real principle is Varnashram. Varnashramacharvata Purushena Parapuman Vishnu Aradhati. This is the aim of life, how to worship Vishnu. That is explained, and that is the training of this Varnashram. So you see, Ramananda Raya quoted this when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inquired from him, what is sadha sadhana? What is the business of the human society and what is the aim of human society? This was the question put forward by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He, first of all, quoted Varnashram. The human society begins when there is Varnashram dharma. Otherwise, there is animal society. There is no human society. That is the beginning of human society. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya. Krishna says, Chaturvarnam Maya system. My Guru Maharaj also wanted to establish Daiva Varnas. Yes, there must be the human society, not this Daiva Varnas, not this Asurik Varnas. Asurik Varnas, that's a Ravan. He was also son of a Brahmana. But he was rejected. You are not Brahmana, you are Rakshasa. Because you do not care for Bhagavan, Ramchandra. So, this is the verdict of the Shastra. So therefore, Daiva Varnashram. Varnashram should be established on the principles of Devata, to make people Devata. Devata means Vishnu Bhakta Bhagat Daiva, Asurasya Vibhati. Unless one is not a Vaishnava, he cannot be a Devata. He cannot be a civilized man. And it is said in the Shastra that Satkarma Nipuna Vipra Mantra Tantra Vishad. The Brahman, he knows the Brahminical business. Satkarma means Pathan, Pathan, Jajan, Jajan, Dana, Pratigra. A Brahman must be very learned scholar, Pathan, and he shall make others also good scholars. The Brahman is the teacher. That is Brahman's business, Pathan Pathan, Jajan Jajan. He must be a good worshipper of the Supreme Lord, and he must teach others how to become Brahmana, how to worship Jajana Jaya, Dana Pratigraha. Brahmana, Vaishnava, still the world is going on. At least in India, the Brahmana, Vaishnava, they are giving charities without any hesitation. Because that mentality is still existing in India. Somebody is taking advantage of it. Unnecessarily they are changing dress and begging and making money. No. So, dana pratigya. Therefore a Brahmana, as soon as there is excess money, he will immediately spend it for Krishna. Dana pratigya. He will charity. He will make charity. He will distribute prasadam. He will not keep money for future. No. Dana pratigya. So, even one is perfect Brahmana like that. Jajan jajan, patan patan, dana pratigya. And mantra tantra visharaka. If he is actually learned scholar, he must be very expert in quoting, chanting the Vedic mantra, Vedic hymns. That is a sign that he has read something. He has studied Vedas. So mantra tantra vishal. The Avaishnava Guru Nasasya, one disqualification. If he is not a Vaishnava, then he cannot become Guru. Forbidden, immediately. Sad Vaishnava, Sapacho Guru. Sapacha means dog eaters. If one is coming from the family of dog eaters, in India the dog eaters are considered the lowest of the society, Chandal. But he is a Vaishnava, then he can become Guru. It doesn't matter. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also supports this. Jai bhaje sei baro, avadhuta hincha, Krishna bhajanete nahi. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu certificate. So, here are the examples in the Shastras that what Maharaj elected or selected, nominated by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Rsabhadeva, and he retired avadhuta Vesa. Avadhuta Vesa means he is no more within the social convention. Just like the word nirgantha kurbanti ahultuki bhakti ittam bhuta. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has explained this word nirgantha. Nirgantha means one who has no granthi, no tight knot with this material world. And the another meaning, one who has no connection with grantha, nirgantha. So there are two classes of men. One is foolish rascal, no education. He is called also nirgantha. And another person who has no connection with this material world, he is also nirgantha. So here the sign of the Rsabhadeva, he became just like a madman, a deaf and dumb, a rascal, a fool, a ghost, but he is not there. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is, apparently it may look like that, but he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He has no connection. Either you call him deaf and dumb, fool, rascal, whatever you call, you can call. Tinadati sunitena. He has no connection with his body. This is avadhuta Vesa. When no more he has got any connection with his material body, is avadhuta Vesa. Thank you very much.